If you're Kanchan Gupta, in fact, he is joining us right now on the broadcast. Mr. Kanchan Gupta, sir, how do you react to Calcutta High Court's directive, deployment of the central forces, and the Calcutta High Court says that we cannot keep our eyes shut to what's happening in West Bengal?
Well, this is a very logical decision of the High Court. It's a decision which the Chief Minister should have taken not today but several days ago, when the first round of violence happened in Murshidabad. She chose not to. In fact, since then, all her utterances, all her public statements have been incendiary in nature. And it would appear as if she was egging on the elements who were indulging in violence, arson, loot, and murder. So this is a very strange situation. For everything that the state government should be doing, the High Court has to step in, the judiciary has to step in, and it has to issue instructions which really should have come from the top. I mean, let's not forget the Chief Minister of the state, Mamata Banerjee, is also the Home Minister of the state.
Yes.
The law and order is her charge. And right under her nose, on her watch, the situation just keeps on crumbling from bad to worse. And it's unacceptable.
Sir, you talked about Mamata Banerjee and what has been happening under her nose. Well, there's not a word, even after 3 lives have been lost, there's not a single word uttered from Mamata Banerjee, not even those ministers under her government who have made incendiary comments like that they will bring Kolkata to a standstill. There's no action against them. The message is, I think, very, very clear from Mamata Banerjee. In fact, all that she did was, issue a tweet in the afternoon today where she very carefully wrote that all religions must keep calm. She cannot point out what is happening. And she, in the same breath, says that Waqf will not be implemented in West Bengal and that all religions must be keeping calm. What is Mamata Banerjee once again trying to say? Is she again on her vote bank politics mode? Because lives have been lost here, sir. And now the Kolkata High Court has to step in.
Well, if she has said that the Waqf Amendment Act will not be implemented in West Bengal, it is not for her to decide. And it is not for her to say that it will not be implemented. It's a central act, and the State Waqf Board operates under the central act. That is number one. Number two, it is her job as the Home Minister and the Chief Minister to ensure that any protests remain civil, they remain peaceful, they remain unobstructed, and they do not descend into violence. Now, all that has not happened. What has instead happened is that if you just watch her statements over the last 1 week, ever since the passage of the Waqf Amendment Act, her statements have been incendiary. She has indirectly been endorsing the path of violence. Now, in this situation, what does one do? After all, she is the head of the state administration. She cannot deny that. She is the person who is responsible for maintaining law and order. She is the person who's responsible for ensuring that no violence happens. She is the person responsible for making it abundantly clear that political violence or communal violence of any nature will not be tolerated. And we have not seen anything to that effect.
Sir, the DGP today in the press conference, Mr. Rajiv Kumar said that they only can use mild force. They can only use mild force. We've seen many protests in Kolkata. We have seen how even the journalists, even Republic TV journalists, Public Bangla journalists have been treated by Mamata police, how they have tried to quell the protests whenever any voice is raised against her administration, sir. But why mild force against the rioters who are targeting a particular community? They're targeting Hindus, they're killing Hindus, they're looting their shops, they're looting their properties, setting it on fire, setting ambulances on fire. And also, they are vandalizing temples, sir.
Well, this is not something which is unknown. It is not a secret. The whole world knows that West Bengal's main problem is its police leadership. And the police leadership of that state appears to be totally subordinate to the political leadership to the extent that they sort of play second fiddle to the political leadership. That is the problem of the state. And the police should be acting suo motu. They should be taking action on their own. They should be deciding whether it should be mild force or a strong force or it should be just dialogue. It should be just to get the place cleared of protesters. It is for them to decide. But that decision should not be suspect. So when this person says that we can only use mild force, that is a suspect decision. Because the situation demands more than mild force. And forget for a moment, let's forget whether it is Muslims or Hindus or anybody else behind the violence. An arsonist is an arsonist. Someone who's rioting is a rioter. Somebody who's purposefully destroying property or looting is a looter. And the police needs to act against them. So there the question of mild force is a bit of a farce. And that is what I mean, that when you have the Home Minister of the state, who is also the Chief Minister of the state, when the Chief Minister come Home Minister does not appear to be committed to maintaining peace, committed to maintaining law and order, committed to imposing and implementing the law of the country, then you have a problem.
So we had Shugandha Majumdar just a while back. He said that could be foreign entities also being involved. What is happening in Bengal? There could be foreign elements at play also, and there should be a central probe. You second that? You think there should be a central investigation?
Yeah, I have no comment on that. Because that is something which only the central agencies should be looking at. That's a very, very sensitive subject, and I would not want to comment on it.
Right, sir. But do you feel that there has been a pattern in Bengal, sir? There has been a pattern in Bengal, sir, when it comes to such kind of violence that BJP is also alleging there is, shelter given to such elements. It's a free run for such violence, such elements, such rioters under Mamata Banerjee's rule. And in fact, it is something that she, because of her own political interests, she lets it happen and she does not say a word. And she, in fact, goes on to point fingers at the media or even the center.
Well, I mean, there is a pattern to it. I mean, let's take, for example, the protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act. The violence in West Bengal was the worst in the whole country. They burned down entire trains. They burned down entire railway stations. And she just kept quiet. She would not lift her little finger to sort of wag it at the rioters and say that they would be punished or that this is not done. Then you look at the post-election violence. Women were raped, houses were looted, people were forced to leave their homesteads and run away and take shelter in Assam. And we know what all happened. People were killed. So, and she knew all this was happening. She never tried to stop it. She never instructed her party to stop it.
Yes.
So there is a pattern to it. And now we have the protests against the Waqf Amendment Act.
Yes. Yes, sir. Mr. Kanchan Gupta. Yes. Yes.
Is something which the whole world is now used to. If it is not this, then it is what we saw in Sandesh Khali.
Yes.
Where women are subjugated to sexual exploitation by her party's local level leaders and party cadre. And when they protest, their houses are burned down, their entire communities are displaced. So there is a pattern to it. So if it is not this, it is that. And if it is not that, then it is something else.
Mr. Kanchan Gupta,
and
thank
on
you.
no occasion has she been seen to be even mildly remonstrating against those indulging in violence.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Mr. Kanchan Gupta, thank you so much for joining us on Republic TV. And